Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here for game one between ICC and Jones. I'm Adam Gore, joined by Dr. Brad Boggs, and we're going to take you to the field momentarily for the playing of the national anthem after the lineup called out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll now rise for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, here from Fulton, as we're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening pitch here between ICC and number 20, Jones College. And we've got Dr. Brad Boggs in the house with us. And Dr. Boggs, is going to start out as a beautiful day for baseball, not going to end that way by the end of the night.
No, Adam, it's not. Again, we've got a beautiful day, and thanks and kudos to Kirk Sheffield and team out here, and Jeff Fields. The field looks phenomenal, and today. Of course, you got a slight breeze blowing out in the center. But, no, you're right. What a change of events we're going to have with the weather today. Got a good day for baseball right now, and that's the reason why we moved the time up to 1 o'clock to get this good day of baseball in before this odd weather pattern comes through.
Yeah, odd weather pattern is a polite way to putting it, and I want to go ahead and apologize. We're having some technical difficulties here with getting the audio and everything squared away, so I'll be working on that throughout here, because I have no idea why you're not coming through that well, because I can hear you, but it doesn't show you coming through on the broadcast that well.
Well, I can hear myself. Probably that's all that matters, because nobody else will probably want to hear me.
Well, no, I see it now. We've got the audio was turned down. So either way it goes, we're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening pitch here between ICC and number 20 Jones. It is the opening game here in conference play between the two squads, and these are two teams that are just traditional powerhouses in this conference. And right now, one of them having a 13-3 start to the season, that's Jones. And ICC, well, they've been plagued by injuries, and key injuries as well to start the season. They're 6-6 on the year. This is going to be Reese Ruth to start us off here. First American National Bank opening pitch coming your way at 12:59. It's a 12:59 First American National Bank opening pitch, and it goes for a ball. That one's going to be fouled back. Well, Dr. Bozzi has just texted in saying she's watching as she's tuned in with a Roll Tribe. Will Bunch also checking in as well. This pitch fouled back and out of play, and we'll go 1-2 now.
Did you say Z is watching? Because I know she's not here. And normally she's here to help us, and she's watching is what she's saying. She's here for moral support.
Yes, she is. And we need that as much as we can get. There's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Scooped up, throw across the way is in time. 6-3 to retire Hutchinson. That is the second baseman that led things off. It'll be Hutchinson, Carey, and Garrity due up here in the top of the first inning. And so with one out, the center fielder Carey coming to the plate. Josh Carey swings it right back to the pitcher. And we'll scoop that one up and toss it underneath. Ruth over to Ware for the putout. The shortstop today is Martin Knowledge. We'll give you the starting lineups for both squads in between the innings. So quickly 2 away now here in the top of the first, and this will bring up Billy Garrity, the right fielder, batting in that 3 spot. Breaking pitch that hangs up high and outside. That's ball 1.
Yeah, great job by the Indians so far. That's what you want to do is come out hot, and that's what they've done here, and got 2 quick outs here in the top of the first, and got a strike right there, so you got a 1-1 count there. So good job by Reese Ruth to throw strikes. Let the defense play behind you.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Nobody on here for the Bobcats. This pitch popped up mile high there, and it looks like maybe a little confusion. Now the third baseman calls everyone off and will make the play, and the Indians get a 3-up, 3-down inning to start the top of the first, and a good start there for the Indians. We're already introduced you to the first 3 batters of the game here for Jones, so let's just go ahead and recap the entire starting lineup here. Playing second base will be Murray Hutchinson. Josh Carey will be in center field. Billy Garrity will be in right field. One of my favorite names ever in the MACCC will be batting fourth and playing in left field, DJ Booth. Then you've got first baseman Colson Harris. Shortstop is Jacob Wax. Number 5, batting in not number 5, but playing third base, batting 7th, is Tyler Ducksworth. The DH is McCray Houston. And then catching here in game 1 would be Chase Honeycutt. He's batting in that 9 spot. Cade Keaton will be pitching here, and I tell you what, the Indians have their hands full today with Keaton. 2-0 on the season, and ERA less than 2 on the year. For ICC, well, it's the usual suspects here, minus a couple of new faces. as it's going to be Terrace Meeks playing in center field, leading off for the Indians. Will Verdong will be at third base. You've got Raleigh Davis coming back into the lineup after missing a few games due to injury. He'll be catching here in game one. He'll also be batting third. Batting fourth will be Blaine Ware playing first base. Bryce Capo Bianco, who's missed some games due to injury, will be out in right field. Matthew Martinolich will be the shortstop. Drew Capo Bianco will be at second base. The DH today will be Blake Berry, and playing out in left field, batting ninth, will be Ty Robinson. We've already introduced you to Reese Ruth. He comes with a record of 0-1 and also has one save on the year. Those are your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups, ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination, and Coach Rick Collier hopes he's got that winning combination put together today here against a very, very tough Bobcat squad. So due up here in the bottom of the first inning is going to be Terrace Meeks. Well, we got this game going on in about an hour. We'll have a top 5 clash between number 1 ICC and number 5 Jones College down in Ellisville in softball. That'll be on jcjc.tv. That's jcjc.tv. We do want to say a special hello to those that are watching, not only in favor of the Indians today, but also in favor of the Bobcats. That pitch across for a strike to Meeks. So 0-1 is the count. Meeks sees this one, fouls it back, and now finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Meeks, Verdong, and Davis scheduled up here for the Indians in the bottom of the first. This game is scheduled for 9 innings. Now that we're in conference play, as Meeks finds a piece of that one to foul it back, keep the at-bat alive here. So they played 9 innings in the first game, 7 in the second game. One thing I'm going to keep up with, Brad, when we had our opening pitch, it was 70 degrees.
There we go.
See what it is by the end of the night.
Okay, 70 degrees.
70 degrees on that opening pitch. So 1-2 now is the count here to Terrace Meeks. Meeks delivers one to center field. Center fielder's going to have to come running up. Makes the sliding catch. Did he hang on to it? Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Out number 1.
Yeah, good play by the center fielder out there. Obviously playing Meeks a little deep out there, but was able to come up on the little flare hit out there to center field. Of course, the sun's in his eyes too. Yes, folks, the sun is shining, even though you hear all the reports about snow tonight and the accumulation of snow. But, yes, the sun is shining out here. So come join us out here at Roy Crescent Field. Great day for baseball, and then stop by and get your bread and milk on the way home.
Absolutely. As this is Will Verdong at the plate. That's my plans if we get out of here before they shut everything down. That's what's so mind-blowing about this, and I don't think a lot of people really bought in to the understanding that they're calling for 2 to 4 inches of snow when it's 70 degrees right now. And they say the temperature, and I mean, looking at it, they're saying it's going to drop over the span of the ball game of around 30 degrees, if not more. Mississippi weather, baby. 2-0 is the count here to Verdong. Listen to that pitch, a beautiful pitch on the corner. Calls it a strike. 2-1 now is the count.
And it was definitely on the corner. I can tell you that if you're watching at home. But apparently caught the corner, just the black edge there. But anyway.
Carbon copy of the same pitch there. 2-2 now is the count.
So now you got to swing the bat. You got to protect the plate if you're Verdong. Obviously, you've taken 2 strikes now, so you got a 2-2 count. So protect the plate, put the ball in play.
Yeah, Keaton comes in 6th in the league with a 1.93 ERA. So they've got 2 of the top 10 pitchers in the league on their roster. There's a shot right back up the middle, and that'll go for a base hit.
Yeah, great piece of hitting right there, and that's what you teach your players to do is drive it back up the middle, take the pitch that you're giving there and drive it back up the middle, and that's exactly what he did. Drove it back over the pitcher's mound up through the middle of the infield there. Single, good start for the well, not a good start, excuse me, got one out, but still Indians producing a hit here in the first inning, providing a little confidence, a little boost here as you're facing these tough pitchers. So good job there by Verdong.
And now this will be the catcher, Raleigh Davis, at the plate. Listen to that pitch low for a ball. Talked about it. Davis missing a few games due to an injury. Actually, ICC lost their 2 starting catchers over the span of a couple of weeks due to injury, as that pitch, or should be tossed over to first, not in time. So 1-0 is the count here to Raleigh Davis. Davis looks at that one and, they just got a slow delivery. Yeah. It is called a strike.
Got a delay.
So we just got to get used to that, because I was like, man, that was right down the middle.
Yeah, we had one of those last Saturday. It was just a slow call on that second game, so you kind of couldn't jump to conclusions as they check Verdung back over there at first, and a little snap throw over. Gets back in. So still got a 1-1 count. As I say, all ones on the board, got one out. So see what Keaton delivers here.
Miss Donna Thomas also checking in, watching, making sure you behave, Brad, as this pitch popped up to the left side. Left fielder running around will camp underneath it and squeeze it for out number 2.
Well, if Miss Donna Thomas is checking in on me, I'm always going to behave. She is a fantastic employee of the college and takes care of me quite frequently and
you
saves
and everybody.
me. That's exactly right.
So now this will be the number 4 batter, Blaine Ware, coming to the plate here. He's playing first base. Got a runner on first. 2 away now here in the bottom of the first. No score between ICC and Jones as this pitch fouled back for strike 1. So 0-1 is the count here to Ware. Breaking pitch, and it's a beauty. Kind of handcuffed him that time for a strike.
You got to get used to that delayed count. That's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, that delayed call. I'm still not used to that. So he does an extreme delay. Matter of fact, he even sits very stoic there for a little while. I used a big word right there. I hope you like that. Yeah.
And that pitch going to miss low for a ball. Been hanging out with Chad Case too much.
Well, he teaches me those words, and I'm able to produce them. I have to get one a week, and stoic would be my word for this week.
And so it's a 1-2 count now with 2 outs and a runner over at first base in Will Verdung, who singled right back up the middle.
Catcher setting up outside.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's going to be a Renaissance Bank strikeout there to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We played 1 here in Fulton. We're going to take a timeout and come back with the top of the second. We're to be the 4, 5, 6 batters due up for Jones, Booth, Harris, and Wax. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
One Hot and Ready Classic. We actually changed it with...
What?
You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza. Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The first pitch from Ruth to Booth goes for a ball.
Poet don't know it.
Absolutely, and that pitch missing outside, ball 2. Take a look at some Sonic stats on Reese Ruth this season. And Brad, if you got those in front of you, or I've got them right here.
I'm sure I've got them here. Take me a minute. Still hadn't been to get my eyes checked. I'll just admit it to you. But
that pitch in there for a strike. Go ahead.
No, got yes, with the Reese Ruth currently on the season right now. Got 10 innings pitched. Does have 7 Ks to the credit. Got 10 base on balls.
There's going to be a shot to the gap, and this is going to be trouble. Possible extra bases here, and they're going to try it. The throw is not in time, and that'll go for a double for Booth. And I tell you what, he was thinking 2 the whole way that time. If he hesitates for a split second, he's thrown out. Nice hustle there by DJ to start the inning off with a double. First of the day for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and left-handed hitter too, of course, is, which helps on getting that good jump as far as stretching that out to a double. So great job there by Booth. Leadoff batter now, or leadoff hitter here, is on base in scoring position for the Bobcats.
Now this will be the first baseman, Colson Harris, at the plate here for the Bobcats. Curveball going to miss low. 1-0 is the count. Well, again, game 1 scheduled for 9 innings here in Fulton. That'll be all of our conference games this year. Game 2 will be scheduled for 7. Fastball gets away. Runner will advance on the wild pitch.
Yeah, wild pitch there. Of course, back on Reese, does have is carrying right now coming in this game a 3.60 ERA at this point. So, like I say, has not won a game. Does have a loss to his credit, but does have a save too. So, again here, now you got a runner at third, runner 90 feet away, no outs. So, got to focus on the batter.
Yeah, and you got good speed in Booth. Anything that gets by like the previous pitch will score a run, and that's going to get through. Martin Olich trying to make the throw across. And the fact that was close was impressive, as that will go for a single.
Yeah, great job there by Martin Olich. Of course, where it was hit, they weren't going to get Booth out at the plate no matter what. So, again, the pass ball scenario is what set that up. And, you go back to errors, but errors will cost you, and that cost the Indians a run right there.
So an RBI single there for Harris makes it 1-0 here in the top of the second in favor of the Bobcats here in game 1. And now this is the shortstop, Jacob Wax, at the plate. He'll come to the dish here with no outs and a runner on first. Pops this one up. Second baseman calling everyone off and will make the play. Well, good job getting a quick out of Wax there by Ruth. Just settle down a little bit, see if you can get out of this inning with minimum damage done.
Yeah, needed that out. Still got a runner at first, but you needed the big out right there. Now the Indians are sitting in a good position. If they can get a double play ball, that'll get them out of the inning here with maybe only 1 run on the board for the Bobcats. So hopefully that's what Reese is going to dial up. Here's a double play ball.
That pitch going to miss outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Another high hit ball, and infielder calling everyone off, and that's going to be the second baseman making the play.
Same spot, basically.
Yep, pretty much a carbon copy of the last one there.
Now batting number 22, Houston.
That ball hit as high as the gas prices right now. Can't call it a major league pop-up anymore.
I don't think it was that high yet. I don't know. Dead gum.
It was almost in orbit. That pitch going to miss low for a ball, as this is McCray Houston, the DH, at the plate. He's batting in that 8th spot here for the Bobcats.
You came in on top of your game today. Pulling that one out here early in the top of the second of a 9-inning game already. I tell you what, making it tough on a fellow like me.
It's time for me to go home. Doesn't get any better from there. That pitch inside, nice job by Davis to find the handle on the ball to keep it from getting away and allowing the runner to advance.
Yeah, and that's important right there today. You know, the Indians, as you mentioned earlier, both catchers have been hurt this year, and so it's big to have Riley back there behind the plate today, especially in a game like this where you're facing Jones and you're in early division play. Again, that experienced catcher who's caught JUCO ball a lot, and to have his bat back. So, again, very, very important back there that the Indians were able to get that back, or get Riley back today.
So a runner at first. There is 2 outs. And this is going to be a flare out to the left side. Robertson going to let it drop.
Yeah, not quite enough. You know, I mean, of course, you know, some people will go after it and dive. Doesn't look like it was quite enough. Of course, had he dove for it, missed it. You're looking at a ball that gets to the wall out there and possible run scored. Good job to check up there by Robertson to check up and just leave the ball in front of him. Again, saves a run. You got runners at first and second now with 2 outs.
And this will be the number 9 batter, Chase Honeycutt, who is catching here in game 1. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Curveball inside for a ball. Again, I want to remind you at 2 o'clock, the softball teams will tangle between ICC and Jones. Number 1 ICC, number 5 Jones. As there's a swing and a miss. Lee Adams is on the road there today. He'll be shooting some highlights, some photos, and updating Twitter.
I wondered where Lee was.
And also want to give a shout out to Kevin Maloney and Sean Wansley, the SID duo down there. They'll do a great job with that broadcast on jcjc.tv.
Good pitch.
Breaking pitch that came right back in off the hands that time. 1-2 now is the count. I say that's where Lee is. He said he was going. I don't know. He may not be there.
Yeah, he might tell him to send a flare up if he's down there. Let us know he made it.
So went to the 1-2 pitch here. And it's in there for strike 3.
Great job.
Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there to end the inning and get out of it with minimum damage done. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll take a timeout, come back with the bottom half of the second inning, where to be Bryce Capo Bianco, Matthew Martin Illich, and Drew Capo Bianco scheduled up for the Indians. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Trav!
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Darker empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Cagle Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. Cagle Eye Center.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as 1-0 is your score as we head to the bottom of the second inning here in Game 1 between ICC and Jones. Bryce Capo Bianco will start things off here for the Indians, another player that's been injured this season, but he leads the Indians with a .727 batting average and an .833 on-base percentage. So it's another one of those bats the Indians are happy to see back in the lineup.
Yeah, I had a good last weekend. Had a great game, a couple of games there. So bat is hot, definitely right now for Bryce.
That first pitch missed for a ball. That one clips the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs as Bryce is starting us off here in the bottom of the second. Swings and comes up empty on that one. Nice location on that off-speed pitch.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a tough pitch right there. Had him off balance, out on his front foot there, and couldn't catch up with it, couldn't even make contact.
That pitch drifts outside. Not a bad spot to miss that time for Keaton. See if he couldn't get him to chase one there. Good job holding off by Capo Bianco. Evens the count up now at 2-2. And this one hammered to center field. Center fielder's going to jog back a little bit and camp underneath it for out number 2. Hard hit ball, but unfortunately just right at the center fielder. Second time today that Carey has retired an Indian batter. And now with one out, this will bring up Matthew Martinolich, the shortstop.
Batting is number 34, Matthew Martinolich.
So Martinolich going to try to spark the bats here for ICC. The Indians have 1 hit in the contest, 3 for the Bobcats. All 3 of those coming in the top half of the inning. Is that pitch in there for a strike? Boy, I tell you what, when Keaton brings his A game, and I don't know if it's his A game or not, but he's looking sharp right now. He has great breaking pitches, a good fastball, but what makes him so dangerous is his off-speed stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely placing it too. He's hitting the spots.
There's going to be a hard hit ball out to left field. Left fielder's basically just going to take 2 steps back and grab it for out number 2.
Yeah, but he is. He's hitting the spots. Catcher sets up. He's hitting the spots, throwing his breaking ball well, off speed, keeping the Indians off balance right now. Of course, again, we're 1 rotation here, still in the first rotation, in going through it, facing Keaton here. So, again, hopefully the Indians are going to pass these things along and make some adjustments on the second rotation through.
Well, this is Drew Capo Bianco, the second baseman, who had a couple of putouts in that previous inning. He digs in for the first time today, takes that first pitch outside for a ball. Well, you got to have a hitter's mentality today for the Indians, as there's going to be a shot to the right side. Second baseman finds it, tosses it over for the putout, 4-3. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Indians in the second, 1-0. Jones continues to lead. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with the top of the lineup for the Bobcats. But before we do that, let's hear a word from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
So when are you going to get me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle in the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not going to believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah. Why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep. And it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the top of the third here, and it'll be the 1-2-3 batters due up for Jones, Hutchinson, Carey, and Garrity. All 3 of them went 3 up, 3 down. There in the first, it was a ground out to the shortstop for Hutchinson at his first at bat. That pitch on the hands fouls it back for strike 1. Adam Gore, Brad Boggs. Dr. Brad Boggs bring you the action.
Let's just do Brad.
No. Anybody that has went to school long enough to earn their doctorate. I've been to school long enough to earn my PhD ×3, and I don't got either one of those. So that's the reason why I say anybody that's been in school long enough to earn that, you've earned my respect.
Well, I may just be fooling you, and I really don't have it, and I just told you I was. And
that would be a total Brad Boggs move. That pitch fouled back for strike 2.
Ooh, good pitch right there.
Yeah, good location to get him to chase one. If he does make contact, it's just going to be a foul ball. So 1-2 now is the count here on Hutchinson. Hutchinson playing second base. And that's where he sends it. It's going to get through and go for a base hit.
Yeah, he's able to turn on that pitch, obviously get it through the in between first and second, good enough for a base hit, single, clean single. Again, now you got the Bobcats who have the leadoff batter on base here in the top of the third, which they had in the the top of the second inning.
And so now this will be Carey coming to the plate, the center fielder, who grounded out on the first pitch he saw back to the pitcher. Indians would love to find a carbon copy of that. They do lay down the bunt. And there's only going to be one play, and it's going to be the first,
wow.
and it's just in time. Or did they say he was safe?
They said he was safe.
Oh, wow.
Called him safe. That's why Coach Conyers coming out. What a play by Will Verdon, though, to come up, scooped it up barehanded and made a throw over to first. Thought he was out. I think Coach Collier thought he was out. Will Verdon thought he was out. Blaine Ware thought he was out. Guess what? The only person didn't think he was out was the umpire in the field out there.
Yeah, that was a bang-bang play. Of course, you don't have the ability to zoom in on that, but yeah, that's I'm going to officially call that a break for the Bobcats, as looked like
Now batting number 31, Gary.
pretty easy call there, as the ball was caught, and then you saw Ware kind of react to the catch whenever he touched the bag. So a big-time break there for the Bobcats. No outs. Runners on first and second now. That's just going to go for an infield single. And this is going to be Garrity at the plate. He swings on the first pitch he sees, and that's going to get through and score a run. And they're going to cut this one off, and Jones will now have runners on the corners with a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, again, able to get through on that right side of the infield, and so got through, scored a run, had some speed on the bases, and due to the, I guess if you want to call it, the non-call where the Indians felt like we had the out on that. I think we all did. Now you have a run scored, and now you have a first and third situation with no outs, and see if Jones takes advantage of that.
So as Brad mentioned, Jones with runners on the corners here and no outs. And this is the guy that got it started for the Bobcats in the second inning, DJ Booth. He had a double to start that inning, advanced on a wild pitch, and eventually came around to score.
A big swing there. He kind of out in front of that, taking a big swing. Of course, I hadn't even looked. Well, the problem is the stat sheet that you gave me on Jones is rather small.
It's one of those that Lee did apologize for that, as that ball may have come back and hit Davis. And we already talked about Davis has been shaken up a couple of times this year, so Rick's going to come out and check on him.
Well, give me time to see if I can squint my eyes enough to look.
So they're going to come out and check on Davis and kind of just give him a moment, or did it? And Davis says he's good, and also kudos to Booth that time, because a lot of times you see players kind of just hang around and watch. Well, DJ walked down to his coach to talk to his coach to give Riley a chance to a little extra time to catch his breath. So a good show of sportsmanship there.
Here's Booth is coming in today with a 5.27 average, got a couple of home runs on the year.
And this one
popped that one up.
Popped up, and right fielder's going to drift back. This should be deep enough for a sacrifice fly. And they're going to throw it over and got him.
Wow. Great throw out there by Bryce Capo Bianco in right field, set up under the fly ball perfectly to take the pro hop, throw it in. Riley Davis took a little collision there, popped up, out number 2. Indians saved a run. Now they're still only down 2-0.
Big time play there, as that's going to be a Little Caesars double play, and that one just didn't get as deep as I think they thought it did there, as he was dead to rights. And as you said, good job by Davis hanging on to the baseball after the collision there. So F9-2 on the putout of Carey and Booth. So now 2 away. Boy, if the Indians can get out of this inning with just 1 run after 3 straight singles to start the inning, that would be huge. That pitch missing low for a ball. This is Harris at the plate. He had an RBI single in his first at bat.
There it is.
That pitch in there for a strike. Good delivery by Ruth as he's starting to gain a little bit more and more confident as he goes throughout this contest. So 1-1 pitch. Runner goes. Throw is going to be up the line, and he will reach safely.
So Bobcats active on the base paths here. You got 2 outs, and now you got a runner in scoring position. Again with Harris up to plate here with a 1-1 count.
That's Garrity that stole the base there for the Bobcats, and I believe the count should be 1-2 now, or 2-1, excuse me. As this one turned on, lifted. Is it going to stay fair? Is it going to get foul? And it will be a foul ball as it gets outside the fence. 2-2 now is the count. Tell you what, that one had the distance. Luckily for the Indians, just pulled it left and out of play.
Yeah, kind of the wind's died down some out there. You're going to have a little mixture of it today, it seems like, from our weather pattern that we've got. But right now you kind of got it's calm out there, it appears. So 2's across, 2-2-2.
And this one popped up here. Martin Nolich dancing around and will go into shallow outfield and get the out. What a big time play out there in right field by Bryce Capo Bianco that keeps this game at 2-0. We're going to take a break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as ICC trailing at 2-0 here as we head to the bottom of the third inning. It'll be the 8-9-1 batters due up here for ICC. Blake Berry, Ty Robertson, and Terrace Meeks scheduled up. Brad, this is going to be an inning here. The Indians want to put together some hits and see if they can scratch across a run just to maybe gain a little bit of confidence here against Cade Keaton, who has been lights out, only tossing him one hitter so far, and he's got one strikeout on the day.
Yeah, again, we're still Indians in their first rotation, as I mentioned in the last inning of seeing Keaton. Of course, that just shows you, how good of a game he's throwing thus far. But toward the bottom of the lineup, and then, of course, that's popped up back here. It looks like he may be able to make a play on it and will.
He does.
So good job by the catcher there, Honeycutt, to flip the mask, turn his back, and, of course, make the catch. So out number one there here in the bottom of the third for the Indians. And now you got Ty Robertson coming to the plate for his first time. Then we're going to see the second rotation there, Adam, and hopefully the Indians will make their adjustments as need be to be able to do some damage. And right there's that's foul.
Yeah, say great diving effort over there at first base as Ty just turned on that one a little too soon, hit a blistering shot down the first baseline, and a break for Ty is a great play over there at first base. He's playing in on the line, made the diving stop, but was a foul ball. And there's going to be a flare out to left field. Left fielder charges in and makes the play. Well, we talk about the play of Keaton right now. Well, as a pitcher, when you've got a team that's playing so solidly behind you defensively, you got to feel like you could be a little bit more aggressive with your pitches and going after batters, because right now it's just been a fly out to center twice, 1, 2, 3 times out to left field, and then a ground ball to second, as there's another ground ball to second. And that'll be a 3-up, 3-down inning quickly for the Indians as they go quietly in the third. We're going to take another timeout and be back with more. It's 2-0 Jones right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
This is you, right? Like, you're like, bacon, bacon, bacon.
Well, this is you.
I love bacon. Sonic bacon on bacon, quarter-pound double cheeseburger. Okay, you got me.
I need a double stuffed Oreo blast, guys.
You got it.
Gonna need a double stuffed Oreo waffle cone, too.
Coming right up. Order up. Sonic double stuffed Oreo waffle cone and blast.
Bringing home the Batman calzone from Little Caesars might make you feel like Batman. But could you really be the Batman?
A little help here!
Never mind. But at least the new Batman calzone with a calzone crust will make you feel like you're a superhero. The Batman in theaters March 4th.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here for the top of the fourth inning. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up for Jones. You've got Jacob Wax, Ducksworth, and Houston scheduled up here for Jones. They've scratched across a run in the top of the second, another in the third. So the Indians went quickly in the home half of the third, trying to see if they can get a 3-up, 3-down inning here, but the bats have kind of woken up for Jones. They've got 6 hits so far on the afternoon. ICC with only 1. That's Will Verdong, who started us off in the bottom half of the fourth.
Throwing bunt there. One thing about ICC, though, they have put the ball in play.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 1 K to the credit of Keaton at this point. But there again, you can flip it around, and so is Jones. They put the ball in play. Reese Ruth only has 1 K to his credit at this point.
So Ruth getting set to deliver the pitch. Breaking pitch, grounder, high hopper is going to get over the head of the third baseman. Just one of those unfortunate breaks for the Indians. That one just took a hard hop and will go for a single.
Yeah, you can't help that. That's just one of those things in baseball. It took a high hop, high chopper, well over Verdung's head there at third. No way he could have made that stop. So single. And another hit, again, to lead off the inning, which they have done now 2 innings in a row. This is their third to do that, to lead off the inning to get the leadoff runner on base.
This is Ducksworth at the plate now. He's playing third base. That's where he sends it, but it's going to be a foul ball. He grounded out, popped out to the second baseman, and his first and only at bat of the contest. Jones, number 20 in the country. ICC started the season ranked and had a little bit of a rough start to the season and fell out of those rankings in the first regular season ranking. Is that pitch going to miss low for a ball? 1-1 now is the count. Well, ICC scheduled to be back in action on Tuesday as they'll host Northwest. Is that pitch off speed? Not there. Throw down is not in time. If it was high, if it was a little bit lower there, would have had him. I believe.
And I've been watching that down there with Wax on first. He is really taking those hops, the bunny hops as you call it, out there and extending his lead out. Waiting on a snap throw, it happened as you got a ball there, but just a little high because he slipped too, Adam, trying to get back to the bag. But again, hustled back. That's what they want. They drew the throw. Again, Bobcats keeping the Indians honest here.
That pitch missing for a ball. And that'll be the first walk of the afternoon for either team. So now the Bobcats, they're doing what they like to do in this situation and put some pressure on you early on in the at-bats. So now with runners on first and second, this is going to be Houston, who singled and was left stranded back in the second, coming to the plate. And we're going to have a quick little meeting on the mound here between the pitcher and catcher, just kind of calm him down a little bit. sparse crowd today. This game was moved up an hour. We figure more people will continue to kind of make their way in as the afternoon progresses, or maybe they're saying, nope, it's going to be too cold, so we're just going to watch from the house. If that's the case, we thank you for watching this afternoon. And also want to say a special hello to those watching in favor of the Bobcats. 2-0, Jones with the lead. Top of the fourth. Pulls back and now
got him.
Got him there. Nicely done. That's going to be 2 to 6 to 5. Or no, excuse me, 2 to 4 to 5 on the put out.
Yeah.
0-1 is the count.
Yeah, and great job there. And that's, again, having that experience behind the plate. Riley saw, how far he'd gotten off of his bunny. Again, he's been doing it the whole time. He did it at first, then he did it at second there as he takes another strike. Is that strike 2 there?
That's strike 2.
On Houston. But, again, he did it again. His bunny hops, he extends that lead. He forced the throw that time. They caught him. Great throw by Davis down there and able to get him out at third. So got the leadoff runner out. Now you just have a runner at first with 1 out.
So 0-2 now is the count. This one hit to the left side. It's going to be a foul ball. We'll stay at 0-2. Indians starting to get a pitcher loose out there in the bullpen. It's count 0-2 here. Breaking pitch hangs up a little bit too far outside.
Yeah, couldn't get that one to break back in like he wanted to break back and catch a portion of the plate on the outside corner there. So not a bad pitch there, though. Couldn't get him swinging at it. So is it 1-2? Is that what we got?
Yes.
Yeah, so not a bad pitch at all on 0-2.
Ball in the dirt. Runner will go. Throw will not be in. Wow.
There, got him. And see, that's what the Bobcats, as you said, they're trying to put the pressure on folks, and they do that. They're aggressive on the base path. That's what's happened. Again, I can't stress enough how important it has been that we've come out of this. Again, we've had some injuries to our catchers. Guess what? Riley Davis is back. That's 2 big outs that Riley has produced there on the base paths where he's been able to throw runners out trying to advance. Great job by Riley Davis.
Ball in the dirt. That was a bang-bang play. We saw one earlier not go the way of the Indians that looked like ICC came up on short of the stick. Might have been a makeup call. As not trying to rain on anybody's parade there, but that was extremely close.
Snow on anybody's parade.
Yeah, snow on anybody's parade. That's true. That pitch goes high, and that's going to be a walk. That's a big out, though. So you talked about it. Back-to-back walks now issued by Ruth, and those running miscues by the Bobcats has really helped out the Indians here in this inning. 2 outs now, and this will be Honeycutt coming to the plate. Got to give a shout-out to my guy, Mark Easley, out there at Jones, checking in on the baseball game today. Appreciate Mark. As good old Calhoun County boy down there at Jones. As a swing and a miss on the curveball there for strike 1.
And you can't blame the Bobcats for being aggressive on the base path. Base path. Excuse me. I'll get it right in a minute. They probably know the scouting report and knew.
There's a shot to left field. Smashed. Robertson's going back and
gets it.
Yep. We continue.
But no, they probably did their scouting report. I would assume knew that we've had some injuries at catcher again, and so they're aggressive. They're going to make us put the ball away. Plus, they have that 2-0 lead. I don't blame them a bit. I think they're doing a great job there by putting the ball in play. But we're coming back with it.
No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Bobcats there in the top of the 4th. We'll take you to the home half of the inning, where to be Verdon, Davis, and Ware due up for ICC. But before we do that, let's hear from Davis Ford and more of our sponsors here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the fourth inning. ICC and Jones. Conference opener for both of these teams. And I tell you what, 2 years ago, if you're in the MACCC, as we got a little bit of a delay here in between innings, not really sure what's going on. Like we may have a player being looked at by one of our trainers over there. But look at it, 2-3 years ago, Brad, Jones would have opened with ICC, then Pearl River, and you had those three teams kind of battling out early on. Would have been an early tell of the tape of how the season would have ended up if you could come up with, say, Jones happens to go 4-0 over that turn, or Pearl River, you know, or what it would have been everybody went 2-2 during those turns. So very crucial start to the season for Jones with both ICC and Pearl River, and of course ICC with Northwest. And I tell you, man, my heart goes out to Northwest because that COVID year that the season got cut short, they probably had one of their best teams they had in the history of their program that were lined up to probably make a run not only at the state championship but a region title and an appearance in the World Series. So just one of those that tough break for Northwest. But you look at it, this league from top to bottom, it's not an easy league. Anybody can be anybody on any given day, no matter how good you are.
No, you're exactly right, and we've indicated that over the years as you and I have talked on the broadcast, and that's the beautiful thing about, as I still call it, Mississippi JUCO, especially baseball. You can even throw softball in there as well in those spring sports. You know, we're strong, and you're going to find a Mississippi team in the top of those national rankings or up there in the top, if not multiple. Normally you're going to find multiple in those tops of those rankings for your spring sports, whether it be softball or baseball, every year. And the Indians normally finding their way up in there. But then you're also going to have your Jones Bobcats. You're going to have your Pearl Rivers. You're going to have Northwest that's going to enter in there. You're going to have those folks like that we are continuing, and then you're going to have others. So it scatters all over the state. We're just very fortunate that we have the programs that we have in here at Mississippi for high school as well as JUCO. But we also have, we've got a player entering the field now. I think he was receiving some relief over here from our trainer. So, again, it's good baseball, good softball. I encourage folks always, if you want to see some good, I mean, people, go to Starkville, go to Oxford. I understand, got great baseball, but that gum JUCO baseball, come see it. It's great.
Well, I mean, you take a look. Fine example of that is Mississippi State's run to the national championship. Some of the guys that made key plays was Hootie, who went to school here. You had a guy that scored the go-ahead run against Virginia was from Northwest.
Absolutely.
So, you know, you're seeing some of those future stars here. And one of them, those guys, is Cade Keaton as he tosses that one across for a strike. Will Verdong, he's the only one with a hit for the day so far for the Indians.
And Verdong coming in with a 500 batting average coming into the game today. Of course, he's got 6 doubles on the year, too, as well. Has produced 12 RBIs. To his credit, got 20 hits and has 17 runs, and all that's out of 40 at-bats as he takes an outside pitch there. So Verdong is having a good year at the plate. And you know, you look at the overall batting average, team batting average, it did go down after last week, you know, but we still have a .344 team batting average right now, which it did decrease after last week's split, as we mentioned with Wren Lake.
Pitch coming. This one lifted, knifing away from the center fielder. Center fielder's going to jog over, looking back in the sun, and just hangs on to it out there as he made I won't call it a diving catch, but he had to stretch out and lost his balance. But able to hang on to that one out there in center field was Josh Carey. Tough play because he was looking right back into that sun with the ball knifing away from him, and that'll be out number 1.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough play out there, especially when you're not used to this. if you haven't played here or if you hadn't played or practiced here in quite a while. So as Riley Davis pops one up to the outfield, going to be a shortstop gets out there to make the play.
I thought it was going to be just deep enough to get over the head of the shortstop, but Wax was able to jog back and quickly retire the Indians there with 2 away. And now this is going to be Blaine Ware, who struck out swinging to end the first.
Yeah, and this is their second roll. Again, rotation around, seeing Keaton here, and so, but he's doing a good job. He's getting them out quick. He's not throwing a lot of pitches. There's strike one right there on Blaine Ware. His pitch count is staying low, which is important, obviously. And so, the Indians, it'd be great if they could work that pitch count up some, Adam. Be patient.
So 0-1 is the count. Breaking pitch, and it's right down the middle, 0-2 now to Ware.
But you can't work the pitch count up when he's throwing those strikes and working those breaking pitches in there, the off-speed pitches that he's throwing in there, just as he's masterfully doing right now. So the Indians hopefully have to just put the ball in play and find those hits.
And got him on the high heat on the inside, swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's going to be back-to-back 3 up, 3 down innings for the Indians. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We played 4 of 9 here in Fulton. We'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be back to the top of the lineup with Hutchinson, Carey, and Garrity for the Bobcats. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey, Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family, Roll Tribe!
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we head to the top of the 5th inning, it's going to be Hutchinson at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a run scored. He got things started with that single back in the 3rd. That pitch missing for a ball.
Yeah, Indians got to find a way to not get in those situations here where they've been clawing out of those holes. You know, Riley Davis made a couple of good defensive plays in the last inning and got a swinging go ground ball to second there to Capo Bianco out at first. They would throw to Blaine Ware. Big, that's where I was headed with it, Adam, is getting that leadoff batter out of the inning, and this is the first time since the first inning, if I'm not mistaken, that we've gotten that leadoff batter out in the first inning. Great job there by the Indians. That's going to help us. We need to get back in and get on the offensive side of things.
This will be Carey at the plate now, playing in center field here for the Bobcats. Takes that first pitch for a strike, and I tell you, he has been solid out there. Made a stumbling catch in the previous inning for the first out. As that pitch drifts high and outside for a ball, evens things up now at 1-1.
But, you know, as you and I were talking a while ago, you know, Ruth has, thrown a good game thus far. He's let them put the ball in play. He did have a couple of base on balls, as you have a ball right there, so you got a 1-1 count, looks like. But he's thrown a good game. I think I calculated to give is it a 2-0 count?
2-1.
2-1, sorry. I think he gave up 6 or 7 hits, but the defense that plays behind him.
This ball popped up, foul territory, third baseman giving chase, and she's going to get out of play.
You got a 2-2 now.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Nobody on here for the Bobcats. Top of the 5th inning, game 1 of 2 this afternoon here in Fulton.
Ooh,
and there's strike 3.
Nice pitch. And I'm going to tell you, I guarantee you, if you're Coach Collier sitting in the dugout right now, Reese Ruth is giving you what he wanted out of this game thus far.
Absolutely.
He's happy, I would think, with the game that he has thrown thus far.
So now with 2 away, this will be Billy Garrity coming to the plate. Had an RBI single, stole the base, but was left stranded back in the 3rd inning. He's also popped up to 3rd base in his first at bat today. First pitch goes for a ball. Second one follows suit. 2-0 now is the count here on Garrity, the right fielder. And we talked about the defense of the Bobcats today. ICC's defense has been pretty solid, too, as that pitch finds the corner of the plate for a strike. We had the Little Caesars double play whenever a nice play by Bryce Capo Bianco got the runner trying to tag up and score from 3rd. It got him dead to rights. And then the Indians was able to erase a couple of runners on the base path, getting one caught in a rundown, and then also catching one trying to steal. That was back in the 4th inning. So we've seen a pretty good game right now in this 2-0 affair between ICC and Jones. 3-1 pitch coming, and that went in there for a strike.
Yeah, broke in there on the back door there, kind of as you call it. So great pitch there, so for a strike. You're right. Have seen a great game thus far, and, you know, Indians lucky as he swings, pops that one up. Looks like to.
This will be the pitcher calling everyone off, and Ruth will go back and make the play. Well, Ruth, very vocal on that one. Wanted it and got the out. So a rare 3-up, 3-down inning of the Bobcats here in the top of the 5th. We come to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up for ICC. Bryce Capo Bianco, Matthew Martinowicz, and Drew Capo Bianco when we come back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Hey, welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the home half of the 5th inning. Jones leading it 2-0 here. To be Bryce Capo Bianco to lead us off. He absolutely blistered one out to center field, but was reeled in out there by Carey. That was to start the 2nd inning, which was a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Indians. That first pitch in there for a strike. Indians have went 3-up, 3-down in the last 3 innings. Only hit of the day belongs to Will Verdong. That was back in the 1st. Ball in the dirt, 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, and right now, you know, Bryce leading the team currently in the batting average with 727 average. You got a slugging percentage of 818. Again, we've talked about his hot bat, and still stays hot.
Blister to the right side. Right fielder's going to go back to the warning track and gets it 2 steps before the wall.
Yeah, he's seeing the ball well right now. He really is. You know, that's just unfortunate. You know, the ballpark kept it in. It did. But he's seeing the ball well. I think Coach Collier knows that, and that's why he's still batting in the lineup where he is. So it's going to fall eventually, Adam.
Yeah, one of those out towards the gap, which is listed at 365. Hit that one about 363. So that pitch finds the corner for a strike, as this is Matthew Martinowicz at the plate. I'm going to say this. I like the home plate umpire. I want to knock on wood by saying that, because he's been consistent on both edges for both pitchers. And it's a pitcher's call, or a pitcher's plate right now. It's one of those, the guys can be aggressive going for the corners. And they showed us what they want to do early. He adjusted and given them the calls ever since about the 2nd inning.
He's probably watched the weather forecast.
That's true, too. So 1-1 now is the count. That pitch just a little outside and low. 2-1 goes the count.
Yeah, good eye by Martin Knowledge there. And again, of course, any way we can produce base runners right now, that would be acceptable, and that's what we need to do. So any way we can get runners on base is going to be what the Indians, of course, turn the shoulder there as needed. A ball inside. So a 3-1 count here, hitters count for Martin Knowledge. Need some runners on base pretty bad.
Yeah, ICC has not had a runner on base since Verdun back in the first inning. That pitch, nice frame job on the strike call there. Looked a little low, but was able to pull it up quickly. And now the count goes full. And jammed him. Nice job finding a piece of that one. Keep the count 3-2 now here on Martin Knowledge. Good job keeping the AB alive here.
Yeah, if you could get up there, bindle these pitches off, bindle some of these that you're, where they're jamming them on the inside part of the plate or outside part of the plate, finally get your pitch, run the pitch count up, that would be awesome. And that's what, look at that, that's what he did. Great job, placed one out in right field. That's going to be a single, Martin Knowledge. So good job going with the pitch and taking it to right field.
And that breaks up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 consecutive batters retired by the Bobcats, and the second hit of the day for the Indians. One out now and a runner at first base. This is Drew Capo Bianco. He grounded out to the second baseman to end the second. His previous at bat shows bunt, pulls back and takes it though for a strike. The Indians were thinking about playing a little small ball to try to manufacture a run here to cut this lead in half. 2-0, bottom of the fifth inning. That one just a little too far outside. 1-1 now is the count here on Drew Capo Bianco.
Well, not a bad idea. You got to get one down, though. If you did that, and that's the key there. And if you think you can get one down and move the runner up and put them in scoring position, but when you do that right there, drive it back up the middle there and line shot to center field, basically, and base hit. Now you have a runner at first and second. One out. Great job there by Drew Capobianco.
Back-to-back hits for the first time today here for the Indians. And Eli Hancock's going to come in to bat here for the Indians. He'll be batting in place of Blake Berry. So the Indians got something going here now in the bottom of the fifth for the first time this afternoon. There is one out in the inning. You've got Martin Knowledge at second, who's had a single out to right and then a nice little flare to left center by Drew Capobianco. Followed that one, or more towards center than left center. But so now this will be Eli Hancock coming into bat in place of Blake Berry, the DH. So one away, ICC trailing it 2-0 right now. Wind is picked up, it's blowing from basically center field to the first base, as there's going to be a ground ball. They're going to try to turn two. There's one, and they're not going to throw it over to second, or first. So that will be a fielder's choice, 4-6 on the putout of Drew Capobianco. Martin Knowledge did advance to third, and now this is going to be Ty Robertson coming to the plate here with two outs. Runners on the corners, two out hitting. Boy, it's crucial in this league, and ICC would love to come up with a clutch two out here from Robinson. He lined out on a hard hit ball out to left, and his only at bat of the afternoon. There's a shot, but slow roller to the first baseman, and the Bobcats get out of the inning with no damage done. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. 2-0 is your score as we head to the top of the 6th inning. For the Bobcats, it'll be the 4, 5, 6 batters due up. Booth, Harris, and Wax. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
head first.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as DJ Booth at the plate takes that first pitch outside corner for a strike. Booth, Harris, and Wax do up. Booth had a double, advanced on a wild pitch, eventually came around to score. There's a scorcher to the first baseman. He's going to underhand toss over to first. Great job there by Ruth to come back and help out there, as that was a absolute blistering shot.
Yeah, great job by Blaine Ware down there to knock it down. And then, of course, Ruth, obviously, as taught appropriately, hit ground ball, hit to the right side there. You got to take off toward first and assist, and he did. So get the assisted out there. First out of the inning. Again, Indians getting the leadoff batter out. I like it. Keep this up.
And this will be Harris at the plate. And that pitch in there for a strike. I tell you what, we talked about it, Brad, and Ruth seems to get more and more comfortable as this game goes on and gets that one across for a strike, and this one's going to be fouled back. And he's done a good job today getting ahead of some of these Jones batters, and that's the case right now here on Harris as the count is 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's thrown a good game, and Jones actually had some opportunities to have more runs on the board than what they do.
And this one fouled back. Nice job by Harris to find a piece of it to keep the at-bat alive here.
So with some good defensive play and good pitching on the part of Reese Ruth thus far through five here. I know we're in the top of the sixth. Indians are definitely still in this ball game, and they seem to be getting stronger right now in the field.
Time taken here by Harris. He is 1 for 2 on the day, has an RBI single, was left stranded in scoring position back in the second, and then flew out to shallow left center, retired by the shortstop to end the third. Breaking pitch, return to sender. Ruth finds it and will toss it over. So after a 3-1 put out, ICC comes back with a 1-3 put out for the second out of the inning, and now this will bring up Wax.
Now batting number 14, Wax.
And he is 1 for 2 on the day with a single. He popped up to second in his first at-bat. He was retired on the bases after getting caught in a 4-5 rundown back in the fourth. That pitch just missing the outside corner for a ball. And that pitch inside, 2-0 now, is the count here to the shortstop, Wax. That pitch missing low, and Wax ahead in the count now, 3-0. This is what we were just talking about. I may have jinxed him a little bit. Was Ruth doing a good job of getting ahead of the batters, finds himself in a 3-0 hole here.
I wasn't going to say anything, but you called it yourself. So.
That was on me. Has taken the whole way that time, right down the middle. 3-1 now is the count. Be surprised right here if Wax isn't taking again. He was not. He took a big, healthy chop at that one. And now the count goes full at 3-2.
He saw that one floating kind of up in his eyes, hanging up there in the zone just a little bit, and thought he could get another run on the board with that one swing, unable to catch up with it. So now he battled back, got a 3-2 count.
And, not sure where that one missed.
I thought he was going to do that delayed ring up there, and
just a tough break there. Is a 2-out walk issued.
Number 13, Duxford.
As that was third walk of the day issued by Ruth here in the top of the sixth, and this will be Ducksworth coming to the plate. He walked in his previous at-bat, but was...
Good breaking ball.
Yeah, beautiful breaking pitch. He was thrown out 2-6, trying to steal second, so he's 0 for 1 on the day with the walk. He also popped up a mile high to the second baseman back in the second. Another breaking pitch, that one just a little bit too inside. 1-1 now is the count.
Do you think if we get the cold weather that it would take care of these waspus that have joined us here in the broadcast?
That's what I was wondering. They surely will be confused by the weather tonight. Got my willow tree out the house. It's starting to bloom. I'm like, nope. You want to hold on to those for a little bit.
Ooh, good.
Ball in the dirt. Runner happened to be going at the same time there.
Yeah, good jump there on the part of Wax over there at first. Now you got a runner in scoring position. Indians now kind of got to rethink things a little bit here. That was a ball in the dirt, and good save by Riley Davis. So let's not get past that. Good save there on his end to get out there and keep that in front of him. So, and Riley's going to go out and have a conversation quickly with Reese, I guess, so they can get on the same page. Plus, you have a runner at second to ensure that their signals are correct, so that way they know that the Bobcats, or hopefully the Bobcats, aren't picking up on their signals and calling the pitches for the player to play.
So 2-1 is the count. There are 2 outs. ICC trailing Jones 2-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. This game scheduled for 9. That pitch missing low and inside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count.
Hitters count. Got to fight back if you're Reese here and see if you can battle back as you did previously and get it to a 3-2 count at least. And which you did.
Foul back. Nice job there on the inside location. Just took a little bit off of it that time, and now forces the count to go full. Boy, it'd be a big time for a Renaissance Bank strikeout here. He's got 2 on the afternoon. The Indians trying to get out of this inning with no damage done. Ruth getting set to deliver the 3-2 pitch here to Ducksworth. Wilson popped up, back and out of play, and we'll do it all over again.
Yeah, good job on both ends there. Reese doing a good job battling, throwing, ensuring that he's throwing a strike or one that's close. So that way Ducksworth has to produce a swing, which he did, protecting the plate. So good job on his end as well. Up in the pitch count. Again, good quality at bat. It's a good battle here at the plate. Let's see who wins.
3-2, 2 outs, and a runner on second here for the Bobcats. And that's going to be a walk.
And Ducksworth won the battle there. Good eye on his end, so you got your second walk in a row here for the Indians. And you're going to have a visit from Coach Collier. There is some activity in our bullpen down there. I can't tell who it is presently, but don't
believe that might be Ketchum getting loose, and like we are going to have a call to the bullpen. So let's take a break. Be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey, Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Tribe!
Your knee is a complex joint with many components, making it vulnerable to a variety of injuries. Some of the most common knee injuries include fractures, dislocations, sprains, and ligament tears. Many knee injuries can successfully be treated with simple measures such as bracing, rehabilitation, and exercise. The other injuries may require surgery to correct. At our injury clinic, we commonly see meniscal tears that occur during sports. Tears in the meniscus can occur when twisting, cutting, pivoting, or being tackled. Meniscal tears may also occur as a result of arthritis or aging. Just an awkward twist when getting up from a chair may be enough to cause a tear if the meniscus has weakened with age. The most common symptoms of meniscus tears are pain, stiffness, swelling, catching or locking of your knee, the sensation of your knee giving way, and if you are not able to move your knee through its full range of motion. The RICE protocol is effective for most sports-related injuries. RICE stands for Rest, Ice, Compression, and Elevation. Remember that at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our story is you.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a call to the bullpen, reminding you when you get ready to make the call to either sell your home or maybe buy your new home, to give a call to Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy at 662-321-9824. That's 662-321-9824. Ricky Murphy, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network.
And got a new Jones bringing in a righty, too, to face catching. Looks like you got Drew Williamson coming in.
So Williamson will bat in place of Houston, who was 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. That first pitch in there from Ketchum, a strike. Well, runners on first and second belong to Ruth.
You got Ketchum, a left-hander, so Jones playing that. So you got to catch him a left-hander here, sophomore out of West Point.
Breaking pitch just hangs up outside. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. We're in the top of the 6th. Game 1 between ICC and Jones is scheduled for 9 innings. That fastball in there for a strike.
Yeah, so far on the year, we've got 3 appearances from Roe Ketchum. Got 1 win to his credit. Got no losses. Does have 6 in the 3rd innings thrown, giving up 4 hits, 1 run on 6 Ks, and a 1.42 ERA thus far.
So 1-2 now is the count. Pitch coming. Popped up. Meeks going to travel over now, the right fielder. Will squeeze it for the out, and a nice job there for Ketchum to come in and get the Indians out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We will head to the home half of the 6th inning for ICC, where we go back to the top of the lineup in Meeks, Verdung, and Davis. Indians trail it 2-0 here in game 1 to number 20, Jones. Let's hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel the high-tech touch.
Batman can fight crime, but only you can bring home the Batman calzone from Little Caesars with pizza and calzone crust. So you tell us, who's the real hero? Walk in and walk out with the Batman calzone and see the Batman in theaters March 4th.
Pizza, pizza. You hear it, bacon? That sizzle?
Dude, what other food does that? Applauds itself
There's no
on the
other
way
food
out.
that claps for itself. Sonic bacon on bacon, quarter-pound double cheeseburger. I've never thought about this before.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. ICC and Jones in the conference opener of the season. Jones comes in with a record of 13-3 on the year. ICC is 6-6. Of course, both 0-0 in conference play. See if we can find any updates on softball. If you're looking for that, that's on jcjc.tv. That's jcjc.tv. Number 1 in the country, ICC, versus number 5, Jones. And it is scoreless after 1. As Meeks pops this one up to the right side. Right fielder's going over in foul territory and
couldn't get there.
just makes the sliding effort and couldn't find it, as Brad mentioned.
Yeah, first pitch swinging there and just took the pitch out to right field and fell foul territory. Right fielder gave it great chase there, but was unable to get there. It was right at the fence there of the bullpen for the Bobcats. So got a 0-1 count.
So just a long, exciting strike there. Great effort out there in right field by Garrity. That pitch can't find the corner, just a little bit too far outside for the umpire's liking. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, third time now for Meeks. So we're at the top of the batting order and with our third rotation.
Meeks 0 for 2. Looks at that one low for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. He flew out on a good hit ball out to center field, but he's also grounded out to second. That was to end the third inning. 2-1 now is the count here to Terrace Meeks, the center fielder. Make it 3-1 as that pitch missing low.
Yeah, good take there. And again, good job by Meeks right now making Keaton throw some pitches here. You know, get that pitch count up. And I've talked about it a lot, but
this one
fouled that one back. But get that pitch count up. Well, let's you know, put some pressure on Jones here and put some pressure on the Bobcats. So you got a 3-2 count now for Meeks, but an opportunity here to let's get the leadoff batter on and get something going.
So 3-2 pitch coming. This one popped up back, and it's going to get out of play. And so we'll stay at 3-2, what do you think?
It wasn't towards your good buddies area out there, was it?
Sebring?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Sebring's having to work late out at the Pottery Barn out there at Lake Itawamba.
I got you.
Twig and Berry's Pottery is what Sebring owns out there.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was today or not. So I didn't know.
His wife's making him stay late so he can't watch the baseball games. He's probably watching here, though. As there's going to be a flare out to right field. Right fielder jogging back and a step away from the warning track. Will squeeze it for out number 1. So 1 out now, and this is going to be Will Verdung. Verdung singled back in the first inning, was left stranded over at first base. Hit the ball well, but a nice running catch out there in center field by Carey erased him in the fourth for a 3-up, 3-down inning back then. So Verdung trying to see if he can find his second hit of the day. ICC with 3 hits as this one lifted. Left fielder takes a step back. Now will jog up a little bit and squeeze it for out number 2. Well, it looked like Keaton was laboring a little bit to Meeks, but when you get 1 pitch, 1 out, that's really helping your cause right there.
Yeah, it went back in reverse there for the Indians as far as what you want to do, if possible, you know, unless you're getting those base hits, which the Indians currently are not. But, yes, Meeks made him labor. Verdung did not at that point. So 1 pitch, 1 out with Verdung. Now you got Riley Davis up. A couple of flyouts is what I have on the day there, Adam.
Yeah, he's got a fly out to left and a pop up to short. Takes that first pitch for a strike. And he's going to hammer this one out to the right field. Right fielder's having to run back, and it's going to be over his head and off the wall. Davis is going to stretch this one out to a double.
Yeah, no one on second. They were trying to take the cutoff man out further, so there was no one covering second base. Easy stand-up double when no one's covering second. Heck, I could even get in there on that one. So, but to Riley's credit, he did hammer that pitch over the right fielder's head. So great job. You got a double now with 2 outs. Blaine Ware coming up though, a couple of Ks, so he's due.
So Blaine will dig in. Indians with a runner in scoring position for the second time today. Looks at that first pitch as a breaking pitch, clips the outside corner of the plate for strike 1.
Yeah, he's calling that outside part of the plate, as you indicated earlier. He's very consistent on that. The Indians should know that by this point. Not necessarily saying you have to swing at that one at that point in time, but he's going to call that outside part of the plate.
This one hammered. Left fielder might be tangled up on this one. No, he's going to adjust nicely. Thought he came in a little bit too soon on it, but then that one just going to be a long out there. So the Indians leave a runner stranded in scoring position. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. As we've played 6. Real quick before we take you to the top of the second, we want to wish safe travels to the members of the ICC Baptist Student Union. They're usually here running our concession stands, but they're heading to Alaska for their mission trip, and very unselfish of those members of the Baptist Student Union to use their spring break to go do the work of the Lord. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on ICC Sports Network.
Want to make a good living? Come learn a skill at Max Home. Upholstery trainees start at $15.50 an hour. Our upholsterers average $23 an hour and can make above $28 an hour on production. We're also offering a $500 sign-on bonus to experienced upholsterers. Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Max Home makes all their custom-built products in the USA. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. Max Home, Bolton, Mississippi, and Max Home, Sulligent, Alabama.
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Darker empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Capo Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. Capo Eye Center.com.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 7th inning. This game's scheduled for 9 here in the first game. Game 2 will be for 7 innings. We do want to welcome the newest member of the ICC family. Coach Annie McGregor was introduced as the new volleyball coach yesterday here at ICC. And Brad, I know there's a lot of excitement buzzing around the program right now for volleyball. Of course, they've had a successful start in their first 2 years, advancing to that basically Gulf Division tournament both those years. And Coach McGregor coming in from Pontotoc, having won the 4A state title last year, so bringing a lot of energy to the volleyball program.
Yeah, very, very fortunate there's ball one there, the Honeycutt. Very fortunate to have Coach McGregor with her resume and what she's done there at Pontotoc, basically starting the volleyball program there, and that'd be ball two. And then state runner-up last year, state champs. Well, excuse me. Yeah. State champs this year, and good swing and a miss there. So 2-1 count. But we're very fortunate, looking forward to it. The Indians, as you indicated, our volleyball team has been very successful over the past 2 years, and we're going to take this up a notch, and we're going to take things. We got a coach and Coach McGregor, who has been in the district here, in ICC's district, knows our district, knows our players, and again, a successful coach. And so very excited about the future of women's volleyball here at Itawamba.
And that's going to be a leadoff walk issued to Honeycutt. Honeycutt, the number 9 batter, so we'll swing it back around to the top here to Hutchinson. This is Roe Ketchum on the hill here for the Indians, replacing Reese Ruth. And Reese, man, he did everything he could, held a very good Jones team to 2 runs on the board. And unfortunately, Jones, though, has kept ICC's bats quiet for the most part today. Only 4 hits on the afternoon to 7 for Jones. And they've been able to cash in on some opportunities to be able to take this 2-0 lead.
Yes. Showing bunt, gets it down, let it go foul.
Smart play there. As it looked like Verdun was thinking about coming in and charging that one to barehand it, and saw that it had a little spin to the left that time and let that one go.
Yeah, that's the play in there. As close as that one was to the line there, you got to let that one go, and especially with that spin from that left-handed batter there, trying to drop it down there, let that thing go foul. So, again, great job there by Verdun, because that would have been very, very hard to get that.
That would have probably been runners on first and second, to be honest with you. If not, runners on the corners, as nobody was really covering third base there for the Indians.
See how the Indians got Verdun playing in. Still showing bunt. Good job by Raleigh Davis to get out there, get the ball. Keep it in front, actually catch it. So now you got a 1-1 count. Verdun is playing in at third in the event he does try to lay one down here, a sacrifice.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runner at first. Shows bunt again. Pulls back and takes that one for a strike. As Hutchinson did not like that one.
No, that's not what you want. That defeated the purpose right there. Obviously, now you got a two strike here on him. I don't know that they'll still try to bunt him, but they may, but normally not.
That ball in the dirt, 2-2 now is the count. Good job by Davis keeping that one in front of him and scrambling quickly to find it before the runner was able to head to second. It was one run in the top of the second, another in the top of the third. That's the difference in the contest right now. 2-0 Jones.
Oh.
And then after all that, Ketchum going to put one in his shoulder. And so Jones eventually gets what they wanted done that time. The runner will end up at second after the batter hit by the pitch.
Yeah, they got what they wanted and more, actually, because now you've got a runner at first and second with no outs. And you've got Carey coming up, which he does have a single on today with a bunt. I think it was a bunt single that he laid down where I think that's where they caught a break on that play.
Yeah, I say it was one of those bang-bang plays that went the way of Jones. He was eventually erased on that throw home from right field by Bryce Capo Bianco as he tried to tag up and score from third.
Field that one.
Yeah, this is a beautiful bunt laid down. The throw across the way is in time, as that's going to be a sacrifice bunt, 5-4 on the putout. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. We've already talked about them heading on their mission trip, their annual mission trip to Alaska this next week. So our thoughts and prayers for them for safe travels home and away and back. But you can follow them on Twitter at ICCBSU.
They got Garrity up here now, second and third. Indians still playing in with they're playing in all the way around, obviously, to protect the runner from going home, try to keep another run from getting on the board. So the infield is in with Garrity, who does have an RBI on the day.
Yeah, Garrity is 1 for 3. So you mentioned an RBI, a stolen base, was left stranded in scoring position back in the third. He's popped up to third and popped out to the pitcher to end the fifth. Off-speed pitch ahead of that one, and nice play over there by third base coach for Jones as he barehanded dropped it for a second. But ball was screaming pretty good there, so we're not going to hit the coach with an error that time, as I wouldn't have tried to make the play.
Nah, you just swallowed it up easily and just picked it up and just thrown it back just like it was nothing.
And that pitch just missing outside for a ball.
Yeah, I tried to frame it. Good job by Riley. I'll give him credit there on the frame job. He was set up on the outside part of the plate. Definitely tried to frame it. Just could not, I think, fool the umpire enough to get that frame job in there.
1-2 pitch coming from Ketchum. Runners at second and third. This one popped up, backing out of play, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, big out here if the Indians can get it, obviously, because there is one out on the board. You definitely don't want any more runs scored if you're the Indians. So you got runners at second and third to remind everybody with one out. So anything deep in the outfield potentially could score the run here as far as a tag up if it is.
So 1-2 pitch coming from Ketchum. This one fouled back.
Good job by Garrity up there battling at the plate. You still got a 1-2 count. It's 2 or 3 or 4 now that he's fouled back. So good job by him at the plate.
Just got a WTVA weather update, and I'll read that to you here after this next pitch.
I'm excited.
It blows my mind to think this is what we could possibly look at later tonight.
I'm so excited.
This pitch popped up. Center fielder is going to camp underneath it. They're going to test his arm. Meeks comes up. He's going to throw. No, they're going to cut it off. Nice job there by Meeks to quickly get that one in. And you got to think it was in the back of the head of Jones after being thrown out trying to tag up earlier that they were able to keep the runner there at third. So this is what WTVA is saying, Brad. Snow is on the way in all caps. Blowing snow could cause travel disruptions for some and roads to become slippery in spots tonight.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, folks, when we started the game, it was 70 degrees.
Yeah, people are wearing shorts.
Wearing shorts. Some people out tanning. Dr. Allen smelling snow cones somewhere.
Yeah.
As that pitch finds the outside corner for a strike.
I mean, it's
here's the thing. We started at 70 degrees. Guess what? It's 71.
Look at there.
So it's that temperature's going up.
I'm so excited. I think the Pointer Sisters said that. I got a hit by pitch there, and that's going to put
Second one of the inning is Booth. We'll head down to first, and now with 2 outs in the inning, this is trouble for the Indians. Got to be careful here. Bases loaded with 2 outs, and Harris coming to the plate. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a single and an RBI. He was left stranded in scoring position back in the second. Popped up to shallow left. That was recorded out by the shortstop to end the third, and then he grounded out 1-3 in his most previous at bat. That pitch, fastball missing outside for ball 1.
Well, you know, if you catch him here, there's no place to put him. You're going to have to throw strikes because we can't walk him. I mean, we can, but, I mean, there's no place to put him. We are facing the number 5 batter in the lineup here, so we've kind of got ourselves in this situation with the bases loaded. You got to go after him.
And nice pitch there. This one's popped up. First baseman coming over in foul territory and makes the play. Big time out there for the Indians to get out of the bases-loaded jam. Can they turn that into some momentum in the bats? We'll find out when we head to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Bryce Capo Bianco, Matthew Martin-Knowledge, and Drew Capo Bianco due up. Before we do that, let's take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not going to believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah. Why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep. And it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Indians pull a Houdini act and get out of a bases-loaded jam there in the top of the 7th. Now it'll be
Capo
Bianco, and he pops up the first pitch he sees. Catcher is going to go back, going to call everyone off, and will make the play. And tough play there. Was able to make the diving backwards catch for out number 1.
Yeah, and those are tricky plays. They really are because, and that's the reason why the catchers are taught to turn their back to the infield, pop up there and foul play, the catcher in foul territory, the catchers are taught to sling the mask, turn your back to the infield, and make that catch just due to the spin of the ball. So those are tricky. They're not as easy as they seem, folks, on film there.
Breaking pitch, and it's a beauty in there for a strike. Keaton still rolling strong here in the bottom of the 7th. Just labored for a second, but has settled down since, and that one's in there for a strike as well. And I'll tell you, when he's got his fastball, he's got his breaking pitch, he's got his off speed, and he's hitting the spots. And it has really, really made it tough for the Indians today at the plate. That pitch drifts a little high for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss there. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, again, you're right there. There's really not been a lot of pressure as far as on the base paths from the Indians here on Keaton, and so he's had an opportunity to go at him, and that's what he's doing here. Of course, got a 2-2 count there on Martin-Knowledge, but he's just had the opportunity to go at him. Of course, he's got a 2-0 lead. He's got, his offense has put 2 runs on the board early in the 2nd and 3rd inning. So, Indians haven't been able to produce anything, so why not just go after him? And he did. He got the strikeout right there on Martin-Knowledge.
Big Renaissance Bank strikeout there, his 3rd of the day. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. Find out why by visiting renaissancebank.com. And now this will be Drew Capo Bianco. He singled his last time up, was erased on a fielder's choice. He's also grounded out to second. As that ball's going to get away, nobody on base to do any damage there. As he's hit the ball hard today. And it's been a tough out for opposing teams this season.
Well, there's a reason that he is 6th in the MACCC with a 1.93 ERA, and I'm talking about Keaton. Still no runs on the board for the Indians here, and is, like I say, he's and he's not having to go through long innings. You know, he's getting them out quick. So again, pitch count staying low.
That pitch missing low for a ball. 2-0 now is the count here to Drew Capo Bianco, and you talk about that. Not only that, but he also has the comfort of pitching, knowing his defense has been pretty solid, actually really solid today behind him. And he's going to go on that one. 2-1 now is the count. And that's one thing you can do as a pitcher. When you know your defense is there behind you, you can get a little bit more aggressive, and especially when you're hitting the spots today like Keaton has.
Yeah, I mean, because
that one's upstairs.
It's not like you. I'm glad you can read him better than umpire and I can, because he still does that delay, and I'm waiting on him. But I mean, he hasn't dominated with strikeouts. But again, it's good pitching, hitting your spots, keeping the pitch count low, good defense.
And there's going to be strike 2. So count goes full now here with 2 outs. Drew trying to spark a 2-out rally here for the Indians as they trail it 2-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. This one scheduled for 9, and he's going to draw a 2-out walk. That is the first walk of the day. First walk of the day issued by Keaton.
Again, showing you a good day that he's had, and again, why he has a low ERA on that. Doesn't put runners on base, throws strikes. And so now you have Eli Hancock up.
So Hancock will dig in here. We'll give you a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update on the softball game, as it's scoreless after 2 complete down at Jones. If you would like to watch the softball game, it's on jcjc.tv. That's jcjc.tv.
Are you trying to entice people to not listen to you and I anymore?
Well, they probably have selective hearing. They'll mute Gore and listen to Boggs.
I doubt that. I doubt that entirely. But, no, it is a good game. It's a great matchup on both. It's hard if you're an Indians fan, as the catcher kind of is going to take a stroll out and talk to Keaton here, as well as the coach coming out. But it's hard, it's very hard. There's 2 great matchups going on today here if you're an Indians fan, and down there in Ellisville, wanting to keep up with that, but also here in Roy Crescent Field, it is getting a little cloudy here, Adam. Yeah. Do you think it's going to snow tonight?
They say it is. And
what do you think?
I think it's not going to snow tonight. I think it'll snow tomorrow.
Think it's going to snow tomorrow? You
talking about after midnight?
After midnight.
I don't know. What did they call it? They called it a freeze explosion or freeze boom. That's going to hit and force the cold air through here.
That sounds scary.
It does. If I hear a boom in the middle of the night, I'll be like, well, there's the freeze.
Explosion, boom, and all that, and you're talking about freeze. Huh? We've got a report here in the booth that's supposed to start raining at 8 o'clock. And 10 o'clock starts snowing. So
it's supposed to get down, as that pitch missing, it's supposed to get down to 36 by 10 o'clock. So that's less than 8 hours from now. I'm ready to see. I hope everybody stays safe. Let me start by saying that. But I'm just ready to see how quickly these temperatures drop. Is that pitch missing for a ball?
And if it dropped any of
those actually, did he call it a strike? He called it a strike.
Well, so you're not on him like you were a while ago.
That one took a lot of time for him to call that one. So 3-1. Swinging and a miss. Now the count goes full here to Hancock.
Yeah, I think Coach Collier's saying basically if you're going to swing, swing. And just kind of one of those oopsie swings right there. If you're going to take a cut at the ball, take a cut and give it all you got there. And that's kind of what he did not do at that point. Full count here, you got to protect the plate. Runner goes.
And swing and a miss for strike 3. The 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Keaton. I want to remind you to visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Rewards Extra checking accounts that offer things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts, along with the great rates, and so much more. That's rewardsextra.com. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra checking with ATM refunds today.
Bringing home the Batman calzone from Little Caesars might make you feel like Batman. But could you really be the Batman?
A little help here!
Never mind. But at least the new Batman calzone with a calzone crust will make you feel like you're a superhero. The Batman in theaters March 4th.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as it'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up here for Jones. Wax will start us off. Ducksworth and Houston will follow. 2-0 Jones with the lead here in the top of the 8th. It was a pitch that kind of had a double break to it that time. Drifts outside for a ball. This is Ketchum on the hill for the Indians. He entered with 2 outs back in the 5th to replace Reese Ruth. And now it's 2-0 here to Wax. He walked, stole the base, and was left stranded in his previous at-bat. He does have a single. He got caught in a rundown. Now 3-0 is the count here. He also popped up to second in his first at-bat of the day. Indians do have somebody getting loose in the bullpen. And taking the whole way that time. And he called it a strike.
And I think he misunderstood him at the plate, which is...
Makes sense, because as we said, he has that delay delivery in his ball and strikes.
He does.
And so Wax will put his shin guard back on and stand in here with a 3-1 count. And now he'll head to first.
Yeah, again, I don't know how many. I'm going to say, let's see, where are we at in the top of the 8th? Would we be, I'd be safe to say, I think 6 innings out of the 8 so far, they have put the leadoff batter on.
You are pretty safe in saying that as well. We're going to have a change here on the mound, so we're going to take the break and have a call to the bullpen being brought to you by Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy. Back with a new pitcher right after this here from Fulton.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Tide!
At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, we have been working continually through the crisis to meet the needs of our community. Our walk-in clinic is a service that we provide to our patients that want to avoid the wait and exposure of the emergency room. At the walk-in clinic, you can do just that. Walk in with no prior appointment or phone call. We provide specialized treatment for physical injuries like broken bones, sprained wrists and ankles, joint and tendon pain, and sports-related injuries. You can get in, out, and on the road to recovery quicker. The walk-in clinic is equipped on-site with x-ray imaging, casting technicians, durable medical equipment, and injection specialists. Our team is supported by the orthopedic surgeons of the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Our staff is specially trained in orthopedic-related injuries. We ensure that you will receive the best care for your orthopedic needs. Remember, at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our story is you.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
One hot and ready classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the top of the 8th. Goddard, first pitch, called a strike. Runner at first. That is Jacob Wax, who drew the walk. He belongs to Ketchum. Goddard, third pitcher of the day here for the Indians. As this one popped up, left fielder will jog in and squeeze it for the out.
Yeah, good breaking pitch there. Had him out in front, and all he could do was get under it and pop it up. So good breaking pitch there by Goddard.
And so with one out, runner was unable to advance. This will bring Pearson to the plate.
All kind of changes going on.
So Pearson will replace Williamson, who replaced Houston. And so ICC going with the righty, they're going with the lefty. We got Stephen West in the house. We got Paul Johnson in the house. Two legends, one of them in his own mind, one of them proved by all the Hall of Fames that he's in. One out, runner at first. Ball gets away, and the runner will head to second on the pass ball. See if we can find an update on softball for you guys. And after 3 complete, they're still scoreless in softball. 1-0 is the count. This pitch popped up. It's going to get back and out of play. 1-1 now is the count here on Pearson.
Goddard on the year got 4 appearances, 2 wins, no losses. Got to save to his credit. 5 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 5 hits. Got 1 base on balls. Let's have 8 Ks with a 3.38 ERA.
So waiting the 1-1 offering here. That one after these called a strike. 1-2 now is the count here on Pearson. Pearson seeing his first at-bat of the game here. Waiting the 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch falls off the table just a little bit too soon. Evens up the count now at 2-2.
Yeah, good job there by Raleigh Davis. He blocked that thing up, was able to keep the ball in front of him. Runner could not advance because, again, still 1 out. Only 1 out here with the runner at second. So Indians got to be careful there. You sure don't want the runner to advance and be 90 feet away. They're already in scoring position.
So 2-2 pitch coming from Goddard, taking his time. Grounder, third baseman will look the runner back to second. Throw over is a little tall, but in time for the putout of Pearson. 5-3 for those of you scoring at home for out number 2.
Yeah, great defensive play there by Verdon. Fielded the ball cleanly. Looked the runner back over as you indicated to indicate so they know that they're not breaking, headed towards third before he makes the throw over. And so makes the clean throw over to first. Was a little tall, but there again, Blaine Ware able to bring it down. So got the second out of the inning. And now you got to focus on the batter at hand.
This is Honeycutt, who is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a walk. As one bat pitch missing outside. 1-0 is the count here to Honeycutt. If he were to reach him, we'll go back to the top of the lineup here for the Bobcats. And that one, a curveball that he just couldn't quite pull the string on, and It's one of those Honeycutt stared down, knew what was coming, just kind of braced it and took one for the team there. Third batter of the afternoon that's been hit by a pitch for the Bobcats.
Yeah, breaking ball that just didn't have the spin basically on it to break on in. He turned his shoulder as they're taught to do, roll the shoulder there, and nothing stout off the batting helmet, thank goodness. But again, did hit the batting helmet, so hit by pitch. And now back to the top of the lineup here with Hutchinson.
He was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. He's also grounded out to the second baseman and the shortstop. In between those, he had a single and scored a run back in the third inning. That pitch missing for a ball. So 1-0 is the count. Runners at first and second. There are 2 outs in the inning. ICC trying to find the exit here. Is that pitch in there for a strike?
Yeah, and of course, talk about Cade, who's not throwing. He's with Jones, but the game that he's throwing, of course, ICC still has not completed their third rotation, where now Jones is starting their fourth through. So with Hutchinson, who's the leadoff in the top of the lineup.
Oh, nice job there by Davis to slide outside and keep the runners at first and second. That pitch missing for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Hutchinson. He's playing second base. He's been pretty busy over there today at second base, but has been solid defensively. We're in the top of the 8th. ICC and Jones 2-0. There's a grounder. Could be trouble. First to third. Got him. I said first to third, actually first to the pitcher. And ICC gets him 3-1 on the putout. So the Indians escape a little bit more damage there. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. When we come back for ICC, it'll be the 9-1-2-3 batter, or 9-1-2 batters due up. Robertson, Meeks, and Verdong, as we'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back now as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning here. Jones with a 2-0 lead. And Keaton looks like he may be going the distance here for the Bobcats. We talked about he hasn't gotten himself in a lot of deep pitch counts. He's pitched extremely well, so if anything, he might start to run out a little bit of gas here. We'll see if the Indians can figure his riddle out here in the latter 2 innings of this contest. ICC still in this one, only down 2-0.
I can't tell if Jones has any activity in their bullpen. It doesn't look. There's somebody in there.
Somebody in there, so yeah. I would say probably having somebody warming up just in case.
I would think they would, if personally. But again, throwing a heck of a game. I'm saying his pitch count is not up there at the dangerous level at this point.
That one finds the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. This is Ty Robertson at the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. Hit the ball hard on the line drive out to left field. And then take a healthy swing and miss at that one. He also hit a blistering shot to the first baseman that he was able to scoop up and step on the bag to end the 5th inning. So now behind the count here, 1-2, is the left fielder Robertson. Tried to go downstairs. Keaton wanted that one for strike 3, but didn't get it.
He did. Hard pitch to take there. Good eye by Robertson, though. So it was close. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
It was one of those that it's going to be how the umpire feels at that point.
So the 2-2 pitch coming. Fastball gets away. Nobody on base to worry about there for the Bobcats. Now the count goes full at 3-2.
Could have been a little frustration pitch right there out of Keaton there. Can't ever tell. But, again, full count. Indians will do what is necessary here to have a base runner or have base runners on base here.
And this one fouled right back into your living room. And I tell you what, if that umpire, he looks like he probably stands around my height, 5'7", 5'8". If he was about 6 foot, he'd have a headache right now.
Yeah, that one was definitely fouled right back at us.
So the count stays full at 3-2 here to tie. And great at bat there to draw the walk.
Yeah, good eye, good patience. Again, I really feel like, again, Keaton feels like he had him, and I don't know, I can kind of, his body language shows that he got a little frustration off that pitch, and here comes your coach out here. He's going to, I don't know if he's going to go to the bullpen yet or if he's just going to have a talk with him. And
yeah,
see.
It might be one of those kind of settle him down because, Brad, that's the first time this afternoon that ICC has got the leadoff batter on.
Yes.
So we'll keep it here and kind of just talk amongst ourselves. Looks like they might be pulling him here as the team's going to come out.
Yeah.
Yep, they're going to go to the bullpen. So with that call to the bullpen, let's take a break and hear from Ricky Murphy. Remind you when you're ready to make your call to sell or maybe buy your next home, give Ricky Murphy a call. Let's take a break and be back with more right after this.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Tribe!
Try it first.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best story here.
Bringing home the Batman calzone from Little Caesars might make you feel like Batman. But could you really be the Batman?
A little help here!
Never mind. But at least the new Batman calzone with a calzone crust will make you feel like you're a superhero. The Batman in theaters March 4th.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. New pitcher in the game here for the Bobcats is Drew Druckenmiller. His first pitch to Meeks is a strike. He leads the conference with a 0 ERA. So you got a 1-2 really good punch here for Jones. Snap throw to first is close but not in time.
Yeah, so if the Indians are going to put something on the board here, put any runs on the board to tie this thing up, they've got a challenge ahead of him. Not that it can't be done. 0 out, still run it first.
That ball gets away and the runner will advance to second.
And this is time where they can capitalize. If you got a little momentum going your way, it's time for them to capitalize. They're being patient at the plate right now. You got I don't know. I'm spitballing what the count would be because I have no idea. Honestly, I fell asleep. I'm sorry.
Let's see if he shows it here. He's not showing it.
But anyway, you got a runner at second, 1-1.
I think it's 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not
something.
for sure.
Well, we'll make it up. No one's watching on tape. They're just listening.
It's
But
8-3 right now.
But in all honesty, you know, I mean, this is time. You know, now you got a runner in scoring position. If you're the Indians, no outs. Be patient at the plate. Make him throw strikes. That's not what he's done so far. Still
That
had
pitch drifts high for a ball.
And you're looking at a different style of pitcher, too, here. It looks like he's got more power. He's got a little heat on the ball. Like, you know, obviously I don't have a gun up here, radar gun, to determine how fast he's throwing. Got a little more heat on the ball than what we were seeing with Keaton.
It is 2-1. There's a breaking pitch and a beauty.
And he breaks it off in there like that. And after throwing that heat, so now you got 2-2. Is that right?
Yep, 2-2. Because I remember they went ball, throw to first, ball. So, yes. I just had to replay it in my head.
I'm glad you can do that because I totally got lost.
2-2 pitch coming in the dirt. Now the count will go full here to Meeks.
Good eye, good patience. Again, no outs here, so prime opportunity here for the Indians. Leadoff batter up in Terrace Meeks, not the leadoff batter of the inning, but the leadoff batter. So you could even get to the meat of the lineup here if we can get more runners on base.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Nice job there on the, it's more of a over-the-top delivery that I guess you could say 12-6 delivery versus the 9 o'clock release that he has been doing. So that will go for a Renaissance Bank strikeout there, his first of the game. 1 out, runner still at second. Now Will Verdung at the plate. Well, this is where you want to be right now if you're in the Indians. You've got 2, 3, 4 scheduled up in Verdung, Davis, and Ware. And those guys have got some bats that can really get you started here. As Verdung looks at that breaking pitch, and it's a beauty in there for a strike.
Yeah, and you're right. You know, it's more of a 12-6 type scenario on his curveball there. I'm going to say he mixes in a slider in there, too, at some point that I've seen.
There's a grounder. Shortstop, he's going to have a play over to third, and they'll get to cut down the lead runner there.
Base running error right there by the Indians.
Yep.
Big time.
So that'll be a fielder's choice, 6-5 on the putout of Robertson. Not only that, but a very smart play as well by the shortstop, recognizing that, hey, it's a 2-0 ball game. Let's go ahead and cut down that lead runner. So it's pretty good baseball IQ there for Jacob Wax, as now ICC will have a runner at first and 2 outs. And this is Davis at the plate.
Well, it goes back to what you're taught in baseball. You know, you're at second, ball hit in front of you there. In other words, if you hit to the shortstop or on over toward third, you check up. You know, you don't run, you freeze, whatever, go back to second. Ball hit to the other side of the infield toward second, whatever on that side, yeah, you go ahead and take third. We didn't.
Pitch on the inside, ball gets away. Not far enough for Verdung to advance to second. Davis did double and was left stranded back in his last appearance. That was in the 6th inning. He's hit the ball hard out to left field, but the left fielder was able to collect it for an out, and he also popped up to the shortstop. So he is 1 for 3 on the afternoon with the double. Beautiful pitch there. In there for a strike, and he just has that sneaky quick delivery. And by the time you're able to pick up the pitch, it's on top of you. So 2-1 now is the count here to Davis, the catcher. Nice job there by Honeycutt to block that one up and keep the runner at first base. 3-1 now is the count here to Davis. So waiting the 3-1 offering here from Druckenmiller. Davis hammers it, but right at the second baseman, and that's kind of just been the tail of the tape today for the Indians as they've played a lot of atom ball here in game 1. We've played 8. Jones leads it 2-0. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the 9th and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
This is you, right? Like, you're like, Bacon, bacon, bacon.
Well, this is you.
I love bacon.
Sonic bacon on bacon quarter-pound double cheeseburger.
Okay, you got me.
I need a double stuffed Oreo blast, guys.
You got it.
Gonna need a double stuffed Oreo waffle cone, too.
Coming right up. Order up. Sonic double stuffed Oreo waffle cone and blast.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the top of the ninth inning. Jones with a 2-0 lead here over ICC in Game 1. Got the good Dr. Brad Boggs with us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. I'm Adam Gore. Brad, this has been a heck of a ball game today. We've seen some pretty good pitching out of Jones, but ICC, that was one thing we were concerned about this season, was coming into conference play. The pitching hasn't been there, but it was there today so far. But unfortunately, the Indians' bats just could not figure out the riddle that is Keaton and so far Druckenmiller. As this is Goddard at the plate, on the mound, first pitch low for a ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Coach Colliers is happy with the pitching effort that Edwama's come in with. He's got ball 2 there from Goddard delivered in there, but it's just like you said, the timely hits, getting those, and we've talked about that all year, but great pitching on behalf of the Bobcats. And when you're facing a couple of pitchers, got a 3-0 count here, like we mentioned, where they are ranked high with low ERA in the MACCC like they are, it's going to be tough to put runs on the board. You got to find a way to do it any way you can.
This is Carey, as he was taking the whole way that time on a 3-0 count. He had a sacrifice bunt in his previous at-bat. He did strike out looking in the 5th. He does have a single as he was erased on a double play and then also grounded back out to the pitcher. Reaches out, fouls that one off, and now the count will go full at 3-2.
Yeah, good job by Goddard to battle back now. You got a full count. Definitely don't want them to tack on any insurance runs in this inning. So any way we can get this out and get it back in there and get 3 here, and let's see if we can produce some runs.
3-2 pitch, fouled off, and we'll stay at 3-2. Renaissance Bank scoreboard update after 4 complete in softball. Jones and ICC scoreless. And that clash between two teams ranked in the top 5 in the country. ICC number 1 for the first time in the history of any athletic program at ICC, earning that number 1 ranking. And Jones ranked number 5. Ground ball to the shortstop. That took a awkward hop off the dirt, but a great job there by Martin Nolich to adjust to it, come up and make the play. Sound like it almost hit that lip between the dirt and the grass and kind of popped up there.
Yeah, it took a wicked hop up there as it went high, but Martin Nolich was able. You got to read that hop when you're out there, when you're fielding, and when you're in the field of play out there. You got to know, you got to get your timing down because you want to catch that hop at the right time, and that's what Martin Nolich was able to do and make the play and get the first out at first.
This is Garrett, the right fielder, at the plate. He is 1 for 4 with an RBI single. He stole the base but was left stranded. That one's back in the 3rd inning. That pitch just got away from Goddard a little bit. You hear the Jets from the Columbus Air Force Base doing their practice runs down the waterway. My favorite thing is people that don't come out here, not around campus that often, when they hear that jet come screaming by, everybody kind of has a panic look behind them. But if you ever hear that noise, it's actually kind of cool because a lot of times those fighter jets are really low to the ground whenever they come screaming by. 2-0 is the count. That one in there for a strike to Garrity. And he fouls this one back. That'll go for strike 2. Now the count goes full here at 3-2.
Goddard again battling back in a situation here to take it to a full count.
And this one hammered to the right side, high, deep, back to the wall, and going to get just by the right fielder. This is going to go for a triple. And a clutch hit there for Garrity, his second of the day.
Tough play. You know, it was spanked pretty good out there in right center. Tough play there for Capo Bianco. Pretty long run to get over there to get under that. And so wasn't able really just to get set when he got there to make the play again. So now you've got one out with a runner at third and Booth up to bat.
Yeah, Booth is 1 for 3. He's got a double, a run scored. He's also been hit by a pitch. And, Brad, that's what you said. Jones coming into this top part of the inning was wanting to see if they could find an insurance run here. They do lead it 2-0 in the top of the ninth.
And that'll bring your infield in, obviously, to protect, to keep that insurance run hopefully off the board if they can, if anything hitting the infield.
That pitch goes high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count here to Booth. So 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runner at third after that triple from Garrity. Booth looks at that one and it's called a strike. So now 2-1 is the count. In the dirt, 3-1 goes the count.
Good job by Davis there, blocking that one up, keeping the ball in front of him, kind of rolling his shoulders over it, and keeping it going to the backstop, which would have definitely scored that insurance run. So you got a 3-1 count here. You got to battle back if you Goddard now.
Oh. 3-1 pitch coming, and it's outside for a ball, and that'll go for a walk.
So that'll put a first and third situation here for the Bobcats. Opportunity, if they're wanting that insurance run in, to see if they provide any type of first and third offense to try to draw Goddard off the mound, draw a throw in the wrong direction, whatever, to get that runner in from third. Don't know whether they will or not. Of course, Indians will call their first and third defense here, but with one out, we'll see what happens.
So this will be Harris at the plate now. That pitch, breaking pitch, a little bit too low for the umpire's liking. 1-0 is the count.
No activity currently in the Indians' bullpen.
Goddard, the third pitcher of the day here for the Indians. That pitch goes for a ball. Right now for Goddard, he's a little frustrated when he got the ball back that time. You just take a deep breath, get refocused, and find it in the zone right now.
Well, you can't let your emotions get the best of you, and that's easier said than done. I get that, but in these tight situations, you can't do that.
Harris takes that pitch high for a ball. And right now, if I'm Jones, I don't know if I just put the bat on my shoulder and wait till they throw 2 strikes. Well, apparently things are getting heated up down at softball, as we'll check in on that one here in a moment. Is that pitch in there for a strike for Goddard? I believe Jones has a 1-0 lead right now after back-to-back questionable obstruction calls on the Indians. 3-1 now is the count here on Harris. And this one popped up on the infield. Third baseman's going to come in and make the play. Big out.
Yeah, now that gets it 2 outs. First and third situation still here with the Indians, with the Bobcats. That'll draw Wax up to the plate.
Runner goes.
Yeah, they're trying to draw a throw there. Indians did throw down. They're trying to get the run down here and see if they can get the Indians in a run down and draw that insurance run in from third. And that's what they're doing there. And, again, I mentioned that a while ago, your first and third situation, first and third offense to see if they can get that insurance run in. So they were kind of sitting out there and trying to see if they could draw the throw. They did, but the Indians did not go for the rundown situation.
So there's 2 outs now. Runners on the corners here. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Now Coach Collier wanting to come out and talk to his pitcher here. Let's take a quick timeout and hear a word from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
One Hot and Ready Classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza.
And welcome back. Short meeting on the mound there for the Indians. 1-1 is the count here to Wax, who is 1 for 2 on the day. He does have a single. He's walked in his last 2 at-bats. So ICC trying to find that third out here, see if they can spark the bats in the bottom of the ninth here in game 1 against Jones. Breaking pitch, and it just misses low for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to the shortstop, Wax.
He had been calling that pitch earlier in the day. I guess he's liking this game.
Runner goes. Big, healthy swing and a miss there. 2-2 now is the count.
Which, at that point, they understand the Indians aren't going to bite. They're more worried about that runner at third, and they don't want that insurance run to score, understandably. So Jones just goes ahead and takes second, gets that runner in scoring position, provided you do have a hit.
So 2-2 is the count. Runners at second and third. Breaking pitch got him for strike 3. Huge Renaissance Bank strikeout there for Goddard to get the Indians out of the inning with no damage done. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth. Do the Indians have some walk-off magic in them here? They trail it 2-0. It'll be Ware, Capo, Bianco, and Martin Olich due up as we'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as ICC trailing this one 2-0. We head to the bottom of the ninth inning. As Goddard got that clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout to get the Indians out of that jam and keep this thing at 2-0 right now. And it's got to start here. And you can't tie it up with one swing of the bat just yet. You've got to get some runners on the bases here if you're ICC. And this is Blaine Ware. He's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts so far here in game 1. That pitch missing outside for a ball. This is Druckenmiller. trying to pick up the save here for Jones.
Yeah, tough task here for the Indians, but it can be done. Again, you got to be patient up there at the plate, which they are. That's ball 2. Blaine Ware, of course, Drunken Miller again has indicated that he has the 0 ERA. So one of the lowest in the state currently, obviously with 0. I don't know how much you can get any lower than that, but obviously he's at the top with the MACCC. So tall task for the Indians. It can be done, though, but it's got to start with base runners.
2-0 pitch, and that one outside in the dirt. 3-0, and a good job here by Ware to quickly get it ahead in the count. And they're going to come out here and talk to Druckenmiller for a second, just get him to calm down a little bit. Look, he's just a little bit trying to pump it in there a little too much and overthrowing right now.
Well, and you don't know what Coach Collier's got on at this point, may or may not. He could be telling the team to take till you get a strike. Don't know that he's doing that, but he could. You know, you're in a situation where obviously you need base runners. So, you know, and they haven't been able to, you know, produce much. Have we had any runners at third today?
Yes, we just have one. Are you talking about for ICC?
Yes.
No, we have not.
So we hadn't even got anybody 90 feet away all day.
That pitch in there for a strike as Ware was taking the whole way that time on the 3-0 pitch. So Blaine Ware at the plate, as we mentioned, 0 for 3 of the day with a pair of strikeouts. And he's going to draw the walk.
Well, that's what the Indians need. And, again, being patient at the plate, not swinging at anything that is not close, not anything that's that's not in their zone at this point. And, you know, you can't take anything away from what Druckenmiller's doing out there. But we're in a situation, of course, now you've got Capo Bianco up to plate, who has been swinging a hot bat. Well, a lot of the Indians were swinging a hot bat before today as well. So just hadn't been many hits fall for the Indians today.
He is 0 for 3 and takes that first pitch low for a ball. His last at bat, he popped up and found territory, was caught out by the catcher.
You're going to have a visit from Jones, obviously, with this.
Kind of just calm him down a little bit right now.
Capo Bianco, you know, he did smash one out there to right field earlier in the game. So,
I would say he hit one 363 to the 365 gap. That was in his second at bat. He also blistered one out to center field in his first at bat. So 0 for 3 on the day is the right fielder, Capo Bianco. Of course, now he's one of the guys, the reason why we're still in a 2-0 game right now, is he had that great relay in from right field that got the runner dead to rights. He was barely in the dirt by the time the catcher caught the ball from Capo Bianco to cut down that run.
Yeah, good defensive plays today, too, all the way around. But the Indians, you know, that even with Raleigh Davis involved in that one as well.
1-0 pitch. That one's drifting high and outside. Now 2-0 goes to count.
Yeah, and it's not as easy as it seems. You know, people out there, you know, you're on the mound, you're Druckenmiller, you think, you know, well, just throw a strike. Well, you know, high stress, high emotional situation, It's not that easy, you know. So you got to find it. You got to dig deep if you're him, if you're Jones.
And that one's going to go low. 3-0 now is the count.
And, you know, and again, if Coach Collier hasn't relayed, take till you get a strike at this point, be surprised.
So you imagine, as you said, Bryce will be taking the whole way here. And Druckenmiller's pitch is high for a ball. Back-to-back walks now. Indians have the tying run on base. And Martin Knowledge coming to the plate here in the bottom of the ninth with no outs.
Jones getting some activity rolling in the bullpen pretty quickly there. They're sending the catcher down to the bullpen. And, of course, the coach is going down there to oversee the quick activity in the event that Druckenmiller can't find his way out of this with no outs, runner at first, and Matthew Martinellich up to the plate.
So Martinellich will dig in here, as Brad mentioned, no outs. Bottom of the ninth inning. Tying run is at first base. Runners at first and second. Martinellich is going to show bunt. Ball's going to get away. Runners will not be able to advance.
Good move there by the Indians. I don't think they needed to advance right there. I think they need to stay where they were. Of course, you got the first baseman charging in pretty tight right there. They're thinking that Martin Olich is going to lay the bunt down, but to advance the runners to second and third potentially, hopefully, and then you have 2 in scoring position so the Indians can at least try to tie this thing up.
2-0. Jones with the lead here. No outs. Bottom of the 9th inning. Matthew Martin-Olich at the plate. Shows bunt. Lays it down. Only one play, and it's going to be to first, and then nearly gets away. And the second baseman was able to find it before Martin-Olich got down there. That's going to be a sacrifice bunt. Brought to you by the ICC BSU.
Yeah, you know, Adam, I'm on the side of the Indians, as you know, and he did his job. But I'm going to tell you, if I were, and I don't know the communication down there on the field, I would have been darn tempted right there to throw to second. That bunt went right back to the pitcher pretty close. I think with his arm, he had an opportunity to get the lead runner out there at second. Now, yes, it would have moved Ware over to third. They're not worried about Ware. They're worried about the runner at second.
So the tying run does advance into scoring position here with 1 out. Drew Capo Bianco at the plate. Takes that first pitch, missing low for a ball.
Yeah, Drew had a hit. I think his last up the bat.
Yeah, he is 1 for 2 on the day. He walked his last time up.
I walked his last time.
But he does have a single. So Drew Capo Bianco with it, 1 out. Bottom of the 9th inning. Tying run at second here for the Indians. That pitch finds the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Drama brewing here in the bottom of the 9th. Capo Bianco at the plate. Druckenmiller on the mound. Runners at second and third. ICC trail 2-0. That pitch missing outside.
Yeah, again, first time the Indians have had a runner at third today, 90 feet away. So best opportunity we have had to score. Anyway, we can get a run in right now, we'll take it.
So 2-1 is the count here to Drew Capo Bianco. That pitch inside. Now 3-1 goes the count.
I'm sure Jones is really speeding up the activity in the bullpen out there. I don't know. I can see there is activity, but I would think that they're speeding it up. You got a 3-1 count here. 1 out, second and third. If you're Drew, it's got to be sitting there on a tee.
So Capo Bianco waiting the 3-1 pitch.
And it was,
Swings
and that's
on
a hit.
This one. It's to the gap.
That's a hit.
It's going to be down, and we're going to have a tie contest. Capo Bianco ties us up at 2, and a big-time clutch hit there for the Indians. Boy, talk about a big-time hit there, Brad.
Yeah.
And ICC's come back to tie it. Not only that, but gets the potential game-winning run in scoring position.
Yeah, game-winning, right, and speed, too, on top of that. And you only have 1 out. So there's several factors in play for the Indians, and I expect to see, I don't know, they're not calling it yet. I was thinking they might go to the bullpen here. He's not. He's holding true with Druckenmiller, but now that's going to hurt Druckenmiller's ERA when he had that 0 ERA coming in. That knocks that out. So Drew Capobianco did that, produced the 2 RBIs. We now have a tie game, and you've got
Eli Hancock.
Yeah.
So Hancock at the plate with a 2-2 contest. Takes that pitch in there for a strike. Hancock is 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice. Struck out swinging in his previous at-bat. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. 2-2 contest, ICC and Jones. Eli Hancock at the plate. Capo Bianco at second. Ball in the dirt, blocked up nicely to keep the runner at second base.
That makes a 1-1 count here on Hancock.
So Eli will dig in. Go ahead, our game-winning run is at second base for the Indians. That pitch missing low.
You would like to have something, then, of course, as I call it, where I'm facing on the right side of the field if you're Hancock. Now, of course, especially if it's a ground ball, anything on the ground on the right side of the field, Drew is advancing to third. If it's on the ground, you've got to have Drew go into third at that point.
That pitch hangs up outside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count here to Hancock.
Okay, and then again, back there, as I said, it's got to be on a tee if you're Hancock. It's got to be one of those perfect pitches because we know Druckenmiller has struggled a little bit here in finding the strike zone.
Pitch coming. There's a grounder.
There's a hit.
Left side. They're going to challenge the arm. Collier's going to send him. The throw is not going to be in time. The Indians walk it off. ICC wins it 3-2 with 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Eli Hancock with the game winner. Can you believe it? The Indians with only 6 hits on the afternoon, the biggest of the day coming off the bat of Eli Hancock, and ICC wins it by the final score of 3-2. Let's take a break and come back and talk this one over. Part of the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What a ball game between 2 of the top teams traditionally in the state of Mississippi in JUCO ball. ICC wins it with 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Eli Hancock with a single to walk it off to score Drew Capo Bianco, who had a 2-run double before that. Brad, just like you drew it up this morning, if you're Rick Collier, you come in and get the big win here in Game 1.
Yeah, Indians needed that win, that victory, and they did. Obviously, the will of the team to not lay down and to battle back. But, you know, they came in and they faced 2 good pitchers. You know, you don't take anything away from Keaton, and then you had Druckenmiller coming in. We knew Druckenmiller was struggling a little bit as far as finding the strike zone. Indians were able to, you know, be patient at the plate, as we have talked about, but also put together some timely hits. Well, guess what, folks? We've talked about timely hits all year long coming into today and how we needed to put together those timely hits. Today we were able to do so. But, you know, some people would say, well, what's your play of the game? What's my play of the game? And people would probably think, well, that double that Drew Capobianco hit, or the single that Eli Hancock hit that drove in the run. You know what I'm going to say? Neither.
Mm-hmm.
You know my play of the game?
What you got?
Bryce Capobianco out there in right field, the throw to get the runner out at home, because guess what? That kept the lead, kept the runner, the lead to only 2-0. That defensive play kept us in 2-0. We were able to come back now here in the bottom of the 9th and win it 3-2, because the Bobcats never scored after that. We got that out at home. Big time defense for the Indians. Big time defense by Raleigh Davis out here. He made a couple of good outs out here in the field as far as throwing some runners out. And then, of course, again, I go back to that throw out by Bryce Capobianco in right field. To me, you know, I go back, and that's your play of the game, because I think that's what got us into this position, which kept us in the game. We were able to do it. Now, the other challenge is this, and then I'll shut up a minute because I know we got games. There's high emotions right now. There should be high emotions for the Indians. We can't forget we got a second game coming up here, 7-inning affair. The Bobcats, they feel the pain on this one, and they're going to come back out, and the Indians got to come back out ready to play ball. They got to put this one behind them. They got to put the emotion behind them. They got to lay it down. They got to come back and be ready to play in Game 2, and we got to get out of here before the snow hits.
That is true, as ICC wins it by the final score of 3-2. Indians improved to 7-6 on the year, 1-0 in conference play. Jones falls to 13-4, 0-1 inside the conference. Your losing pitcher was Druckenmiller for Jones, and for ICC, Goddard got the win because he was on the hill when ICC was able to rally there in the bottom of the 2nd. For Jones, they scored 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors. For ICC, 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors as well. That's going to do it here for Game 1. We'll be back in about 20 minutes with Game 2 here on the ICC Sports Network. See you then. Back with more right after this.
Oh, I need to stop by the bank.
Why? You have a bank in your phone.